Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Thursday the 20th of April. Here you can see we have our tables in front of us. We have two types of tables. We have the trend traders table and the day traders table. These are the same studies but just highlighting different time frames. The tables auto update every 5 minutes 24/7, meaning that our members can see how the market stands right now in real time. So what are the tables telling us today? Well, Swiss yen remains the top of the trend traders table, so we'll go take a look at that once again, like in every video this week. The New Zealand dollar remains a weak currency as well. You can see that it tops our day traders table there. You can see the dollars come in as one of the stronger currencies today, but I'm going to be focusing on the highlighted currencies, and I'm going to take a look at Kiwi Swiss and then go on to Swiss yen. So let's dive straight into the charts. You can see I've got Kiwi Swiss up here. I'm on the weekly time frame, and price is approaching a significant low. You can see the low that formed down through here back in October of 2022, and price rallied 525 pips from those lows, and price is now back in at that level of potential support. Now if we break this, we've not got a lot of price action below it until we reach the 0.53 area, which is quite a significant drop. From that point, it'd be like another 200 pip drop where we had this spike low back down in March of 2020. So that'll be really interesting to see if price does find support here or if it continues to break to the downside. I've got a feeling that we're going to probably find a little bit of support here, but the tables are suggesting that this could continue to trade to the downside, and if we got a clear break and close below on a weekly time frame, maybe even 2 weeks of closing below these lows here, then that would really signal that the downside pressure is on here and that we probably would see a continuation down to the major lows at 0.53. Now looking at the price action now, though, we've talked about Kiwi Swiss in a previous video. We were talking about looking to get short in this market around this type of level, around about the 0.5625 up to the 0.5635. However, price hasn't come back and tested at all. The only other thing that we suggested was looking at how price came back to previous highs, and it did come all the way back up to the previous highs and formed a bit of a sort of double top and a break of trend sort of situation here. So if you did manage to jump on that move, targeting that 0.5525, that would have been a nice 73 pip move to the downside there. However, we haven't really seen much other direction out of the market in terms of, we haven't seen it pull back any further into the key structure lows, and now price is at this main level of support. So if I was to get short here, it wouldn't be the most sensible thing to do right now, because we're at a major level. You know, getting short up here is fine because we've still got some room to go before we hit that key support point, but now we're at it, so we need to sit on our hands here, because we could either see price kind of change trend, move back to the upside, come back into that key low we talked about, the 0.5625, and then yeah, maybe price will start to go back down again. So this area still remains kind of a point of interest for us if Kiwi Swiss remains on the tables as a bearish currency pair. Alternatively, if price was to trade below, so if I just go to the daily time frame for instance, just so we've got a little bit of space to work with, if price was to trade through this area here and give significant closes below, and we pull back and we reject it, then that would signal that there's potential downside to come, with potentials moving down to the 0.53 handle. So do be aware that the price could still continue to the downside. I've just got a feeling, because we've hit support here, we may break through support first, but if price closes back above, we could be heading back up to the lows, back up to this trend line resistance here, or even a move all the way back up into 0.5750. Moving on to the next pair of interest then. So let me just get rid of the pen tool there. The Swiss yen is something that we're still interested in, because price is still rallying to the upside. You can see here, we talked about the potential to look for longs in and around these lows here. Again, though, there's not really much room to go. We're heading for the 150 spot 50 handle. It's just one of those where the longer it goes on, the riskier the move can become. But you know, these moves can continue. They can continue up to the next level of interest. So like with Kiwi Swiss, if it breaks lower and head into the lows there, we've got a similar situation here with Swiss yen. If it breaks out the 150 spot 50 highs, it's got the 151 spot 46, which we pointed out in a previous video. So although we're expecting maybe a pullback to happen back down to the key area highs at the 147 spot 50 or the 148 spot 50, you know, price could still go higher here. So we've got to be a little bit careful of how we look at opportunities now, because we're getting very close to those key support and resistance levels. So this video may be a little bit more of a, maybe it's time to sit on our hands rather than to dive into any kind of market opportunities at the moment, because things are approaching key levels and we want the technicals to line up with the tables in terms of opportunities. And I feel the opportunity here is a little bit too risky. If we were back down towards the 147 spot 50, if price had pulled back into the 148 spot 50, for instance, then yeah, I'd be more than happy to be looking for those long opportunities. But when we're right at the edge of a resistance zone at the moment. So again, unfortunately, traders, one of those days where we may just have to sit on our hands and see if something pops up on the tables later this afternoon. Thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.